is Nellyris Negron. I'm from Northampton, Pennsylvania. I've been playing the drums for about 14, 15 years. The way I started was, when I was younger, every morning I would hear my father get up to go to work, or, get up early to go to church on Sunday mornings, and I would hear him playing his guitar. He plays guitar and the bass. So I'd always just lay down in my room and just listen to him playing and just feeling the music. And every day at church, every Sunday, we had about 3 drummers at church. I'd always sit right next to the drummer and just watch him study everything, he did. And I kept begging my parents, begging my mom, I want a drum set, I want a drum set. So eventually they got me this little thing. It's just, I'm sure a lot of drummers could relate. It's just this little bass drum with this little snare and a little tom and just this messed up cymbal. And I just kept practicing. I loved it because at least I had something every day after church. I'd come home and just practice, what I learned and stuff. So I kept beating those things until I couldn't no more. So I kept, bugging my parents, and they got me this decent kit, and they saw, this isn't just a stage, this is what she loves, and, so they finally got me that kit, and I've been playing ever since. I live about 6 hours away from, my whole hometown. So I went home pretty much every weekend. I was going, back and forth, to school and back home. I had, gigs every weekend, New York, New Jersey, in my hometown area around there. And, whether it was with my father's band, we played typical, Puerto Rican stuff, such as, the plena, salsa, merengue, and, we incorporated the drums in it. So I have, I play, usually you don't hear drums in plena, but we incorporated it and it sounds amazing. I also have my timbales set up, so whenever we switch to salsa, I got my timbales right there. And also I play, my church band, we got quite a few gigs, quite a few calls to go perform other churches. And this other band I'm in is called For Truth. It's amazing, just gospel band. We've really been busy with them. When I started playing drums, the first person I was introduced to was Dave Weckl. I was introduced to Dave by one of the drummers from my church, and I was just watching Dave, and I was just, just amazed at, what he would do. And then I started, checking out Vinny Colaiuta and Buddy Rich and all of them. Then I started to get into, the whole gospel, and, I got to meet Chris Coleman, a good friend of mine. He's amazing. And listening to, Nissan, Aaron, Tony Royster, Gerald. And definitely, I got, since I'm a female, was very interested in, the other females that were out there. So, I checked out Sheila E., amazing percussionist / drummer. And the girls that are out now, gospel drummers, like Kim Thompson, Nikki Glaspie, and Cora Coleman, who's amazing. I'm a big fan. Checking out all them, they've been real big influences, and they're great. I love to watch them. I use this Manhattan 7As. They feel they're the perfect size for me, even before Vater. I would have trouble, 7As were always my size, but I would have the trouble, they weren't the right length or anything, so I would have to, jump to a different size just to get the right length. But, Vater came in, it's the perfect length, the right size, so that's why I use the 7As. I also use the Gospel Series 5As. When these came out, I fell in love with them as soon as I saw them. They're a little thicker than, the 7As. I use these mostly to shed. I tend to hit a lot harder when I shed, so the length and the size, they're a little heavier, they're longer, they're thicker, and the durability of the sticks since I hit harder, it's amazing. They last for, you know, they last you for a good minute. And so, you know, when I switched to from the 5/8 back to the 7/8, you know, for my shows, I feel more loose, and you know, plus the stick, you know, it feels great balance, you know, gives you perfect, you know, great precision and everything. So if you're trying to get through a gig, you're afraid you might not make it, use Vater, because they'll last you. They'll get you through that gig.